Anyway, yeah, I can't remember the name of the song, but I grabbed the clips off of YouTube with like a clip converter. It was terrible. I had a giant watermark in the top right corner, but my video was all story, which is as you guys know, nothing has changed with that. I tried myself to revamp that old video. I'm sure you know what I mean. I showed you the revamp I tried to do. But that was, again, back when I was still shitty with Vegas, and it was ugly as sin.
Oh, yeah. That was actually a map I remember we tried.
Yeah.
Later. But, that's pretty much, I kind of just was trying to emulate those guys, G109, stuff like that, going through, and then just a lot, like, I always tell this people, too, about flow, like, you can't really teach flow.
Nope.
For me, it just clicked. Like, it was the, Rivalry Through Friendship video. The one with to Arch Enemy. It was like a instrumental song. And that too, I was going with story. I was just trying to convey how just the Vegeta and Goku's pretty much relationship, going from rivals to friends and stuff like that, and how they've worked together, and parallel how they've tried to kill each other. Yeah. But and it said at one point, I remember there's a certain scene where it was Gogeta doing his spirit ball thingy, where like it goes into his hand, like you see it charging, it goes back to Janemba, and then it goes back to a shot of him in his hand. And I remember looking at that scene and thinking, I'm like, wow, what did I do there? That looks like way different from the stuff I normally did. Just kind of like was looking at it and then just like going through that, looking at the scenes that I've done, that I finally kind of discovered, like, okay, I put something like this, kind of make it more blend in with each other instead of, hard cut.
Yeah.
Like, it works a lot better. And then actually, I think through pretty much once I like started talking to Proceed and stuff like that, that's when I started dabbling in masking more.
Yeah, that was my influence there.
Yeah, I can't deny that. But then just as I've been going along, it's more or less.
What was that video that made that? What was that video again? It was one of the videos I did that made you like all of a sudden you started screaming at me. Now I have to learn masking. Like, do you remember which one it was? Like,
I don't remember.
I think it was.
It might have been your MEP part for. It might have been for the whatchamacallit.
Last Firstborn, right?
Yeah.
It was, yeah. The last Firstborn MEP that we held, like I had never seen really Lone mask much until after I did my part, because pretty much, like I was saying before, my part was again Code Geass, and it was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't the Code Geass one. It was the .hack one.
The dot. Oh, okay, so you're talking about that part, the first part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah, oh, wow. I mean, both parts, they had a shitload of masking in them.
Yeah. But pretty much just like noticing, I'm like, wow, he actually does some pretty good masking. And then just through your other videos, I'm like, man, I kind of want to try to do this a little better. But, but yeah, like, and I slowly started incorporating some masks here and there into my clips. But pretty much, predominantly, my action style, as we just said in our first episode, impact. Like, it's pretty much, I started really looking into, that's when I kind of discovered, like, VN, Video Noob, Eagle Claw, like, DBZ Pack, stuff like that. I noticed, like, some of their editing styles, I'm like, man, they do stuff hard. Like, they just, like, get really into it, and that's when I really started, like, really trying to use shakes good, because I know the first video I tried using shakes in, like, it looked like my video had epilepsy or something. Like, it was like but
I remember that.
I found like a good point to where, like, just a little light shake could really make a video, like, especially just like a really hard impacting video, like the song wise, like it can make it flow pretty good. Video I go back to, the Final Atonement video. That was probably, I still think, is probably my best use of shakes in the video. The one with Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, to this day, still people, that's probably one of my most commented on videos, just people really, really like that video.
Yeah, because it was a lot like your, what you just did with Dragon Step.
Yeah.
It was simple, but it had that, not impact, it had that, like, that pull.
Kind of like
it had that pull that just sunk you into that video.
Yeah. But then it's pretty much, and then that's when I got invited to JK Studios, and that was pretty much, all right, that's action. I pretty much solidified myself as action. But more recently, I've been straying away from the shakes. Like, more recently, but I'm predominantly action. You look at my Saiyan Stray video, that's probably the last video that was like, impact.
Yeah.
Like, man, that video was epic.
I blame that video, and I also blame the sheer amount of other categories you have to fill in this year's Yoma for that one.
Oh, jeez, man. Yeah, I also tend to edit too, like, Proceed said he's a very, like, slower editor in comparison to, like, stuff. I tend to be extremely fast.
Yeah, no, I have to, like, put a shitload of thought into what I do.
Yeah. For me, like, I'm just the kind of person for certain things, like, a lot of stuff I do, like games, books like that. If I start something and I like it, I finish it quickly. That's, like, all I have focus on. It's like, alright, like a new game, like, I just played, Catherine. Yeah. I beat that in 2 days.
See, that's what I call... That's
so
what
easy.
You call
Okay.
But it was a rental, that's why.
I have to finish this quick.
But, I usually get, like, pretty much, I just have an intent focus, like, alright, I need to sit down and get this done. Especially for conventions and stuff like that. I just, like, or contests, I think I said that before. But, I just sit down and really just go into editing and stuff like that. And that's why I freaking I don't even know how I edited that many videos. I really don't know. This past 3 months is the most diligent I have ever edited. Ever.
I think that's just because you wanted to be me.
I'm pretty sure, actually that goes for me as well. I'm pretty sure I've pushed out a video at least once every 3 weeks now.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure my spacing was once every 3 to 4 months last year.
Yeah. Like, usually I'm the kind of guy, it's like a beta a month, usually, like I used to be. But I've edited 6 fulls in less than 3 months. And, like, that's like going back to the old school YouTube days when people made fulls all the time. Like, I'm just pretty much thinking, I'm like, what am I in, like, 2006 or something? But, I've been focusing a lot now, too, just, like, on more story-based stuff like that, like the Faded Lullaby, Darkness especially, like, and that's, like, going into how, that's a good segue, going into how, like, my whole editing process. Usually, like, I can't really, like, go back and find a song. It's really hard for me to go back and find a song and, like, say something I want to edit it with. It's usually a newer song. So when I hear it, it's, like, inspiration. It's like, like, just, like, I get an idea for video, and I have to go to Vegas, it's fresh. I gotta start now. And that was what happened. My roommate, for the Darkness video, my roommate started getting me into watching Dexter. And just pretty much, I heard that credit song, and I'm like, whoa, this is dark. And I like it. And that's where I just started getting ideas. I'm like, alright, I can't do something stupid, like just a random story thing. I gotta kind of make this a little different from what I usually do. Yeah. That's where I got the idea for the text. And that was actually the first thing I did. I don't think I even had Death Note at the time. Like, I pretty much wrote out that whole little script of a text, like the text script, in my head, just trying to make it sound dark, mysterious, stuff like that, and then I kind of edited everything underneath it at that point. And that was actually probably one of my favorites that I'm entering right now. But then this is pretty much this is my recent editing of, like I said, more story based, or just like it has a really underlying topic in comparison to my old, like, just random action betas that I used to do. I'm really enjoying that I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
Like, just probably the favorites that I'm entering right now are Darkness and then the Casher and Sins trailer. I really like how the Casher and Sins trailer came out.
Oh, the trailer came out actually very well. I do like it.
I love the effect that I found for the text. Because that was a big thing, too, because, like, I can't have just standard stupid text. Like, I'm either going to have to find a way, like, learn After Effects in a month to do it good, or find a way to do it in Vegas. And I found, like, a pretty cool way to
made it work.
Like, make it look kind of metallic-y-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I've never really dabbled in the weird shit, which is probably a good segue into
the weird shit, man.
That is it.
Men.
Go for it. You first. Me first? Yes. Yeah, we do really weird stuff. I don't have a style particularly.
now more so I'm going into raw. I'm going away from effects for some reason. Cause my last my Jax vid, my upbeat that I'm doing for Yoma, my original action I was gonna do for Yoma, but I'm scrapping that. My drama's probably gonna be raw. I don't understand why I'm going away from effects. I just feel like raw is better, and it's better on the eyes, I think.
Save it for next episode.
Fine.
Fine.
That's pretty. Spoiler, it's our next topic, but yeah, like it depending on the way it's edited, like raw can really convey a lot more than effects can. I will say.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just when I hear a song, I try to match the song. That's the best way I can put it. If it's a song that I think the lyrics would fit more than trying to hit beats, then I will do mainly lyric sync. If I think the beats is going to be better, then I'll do the beats. If I think I should use more fades or more blurs or more flashes, then I will. My source material is just all over the place, song-wise and video-wise. SpongeBob and Eminem is what I'm doing for my Yoma. And then I recently did that Kids Next Door. I got the Hello, I'm Pregnant vid that you keep pimping. I'm sorry, I love that vid. It took me literally 20 to 30 minutes to do it, and it is one of my favorite vids of all time. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't even think of anything else weird I've done recently.
Like, you starting of a video, like stuff like that, like how you go into starting a video and...
like I said, I hear a song, and then starting a vid is a really big problem for me. Like, I never know how to start it off. The first, 10 seconds, I could do everything after that just without question, but the first 10 seconds for me, because it sets the pace for the whole vid. And it's
draw people's attention.
You gotta draw people's attention, and it's gotta flow. And the first 10 seconds are always a problem for me, especially when I'm doing something drama or romance or story wise. If it's just random action,
can I say something? That rip of art that you did was 6 seconds.
I didn't know how to start it. I didn't know how to start the first second of it. You're talking about the Pokemon one?
Pokemon.
Yeah, I didn't know how to start the first second of it, and
it crumpled.
And I found his face, and I said, okay, that works, and I did the rest. I did the rest very quickly after that. I wanted to make it short, because he has a very short attention span.
Continue.
Yeah, so, I'm trying to think of a vid that I've done recently. My Consequences, which isn't very recent, but yeah, the first 10 seconds of that, I'm not pleased with it. The rest of it, I really like, but I do not like the first 10 seconds, and I can't even watch that vid anymore simply because of that.
I know a lot of times when I edit, I edit in segments. I'll go to one part, go to another part, go to another part, go to another part. I go.
That's what I'm
all over
right
the place. I know for the Dragon Step video, I started at the point where Goku's going, Kame. That's where I started editing, just because that's the first part that I had in my head. Like, when I heard the song. It's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I usually do just, linear editing from beginning to end. But, yeah, I'm doing sections now for some reason. My SpongeBob and my One Piece is completely in sections.
DA, what about you?